Girls, we're a few hours away from you guys hopping on a bus and heading to Abilene for a very familiar trip. You guys are headed down to take on, help me here,
Temple.
Temple Christian out of Fort Worth in the state quarterfinals, regional round, whichever TAPS calls it. Basically, it's a chance to go to the state tournament for the fourth year in a row. So this is kind of old hat for you guys. First of all, I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves so folks know who's talking.
I'm Ellie Pruitt. I play third base, and I've traveled with the varsity team for 4 years now.
I'm Ava Campbell. I play first base, and I've traveled with the softball team for 3 years now.
I'm Addie Rogers. I'm the catcher, and I've traveled with the softball team for 4 years.
And when you guys say traveled, you guys have been part of a program that has really become very powerful in TAPS 3A. You're getting ready to move up to 4A, so you get to kind of show them what you guys are all about. But you've got some business to take care of this tonight and possibly beyond that. Addie, I'm going to start with you. What is the tradition with this program? What is it that drives you guys to be this good every year, and what kind of motivates you going into this game tonight?
I think what makes our teams here at Lubbock Christian so successful is the coaches and the unity within the girls program, and just like the seniors we've had before us, and just the drive that they've pushed us and want us to do better and be successful on just every level, not just softball. And I think that's been a real help and motivation for us, and for us to leave a legacy just like they left one for us to follow in their footsteps.
Ava, what's the signature of this team or the personality of this team this year?
I think something about this team that you can always count on is everyone depends on each other and everyone plays for each other. No one is out here to play for themselves, and I think that's something that everyone knows about Lubbock Christian teams, is that we always play for the glory of God and for each other.
Now, Ellie, I think I mentioned you guys have been around other successful athletic programs here at Lubbock Christian. What pushes you guys to go from one sport to the next to kind of match or surpass what the other programs have done?
Yeah, so one thing that we talk about in the athletic program is like being well-rounded. So whether that's in our relationships, in our athletics, and our academics, we always want to try and do the most that we can in order to succeed later in life. It teaches us other lessons and how to be better in the future once we go past high school.
So as I've kept up with you guys this year, you're not making it very fun for the other teams. You guys have really dominated for the most part. What about this team? And now I'm talking to 3 seniors, but you have some very talented underclassmen, including the Blacklock sisters, who seem to know what they're doing on the softball field. Addie, what about the chemistry on this team makes you feel like this could be another chance to go to state and maybe take that next step? You got, just to make sure I'm correct, you guys were state runner-up last year, third place the 2 years before that. So you've gotten there, you've knocked on the door. What do you have to do to knock the door down?
I just think we are playing our best softball, but I think we have so much more room to even just grow in these next hopefully 3 games. So because what our coaches tell us every day is that not every game is guaranteed. So we just need to play in the moment, and it helps that everybody at our school plays everything, and so it's not like we have individual people playing just softball and just basketball and just volleyball. Everybody plays everything. And I think that helps us a lot in our unity and everybody staying together and everybody having the right attitude and right mindsets to get to that place, get to the state championship and play for that. And obviously that isn't our main goal, because at the end of the day, this isn't the end all be all. We're gonna have lives after this, and you don't want to tarnish all the relationships, like what she was saying about lives, all the relationships. You don't want to tarnish all the relationships in high school. You want to move on and be better people in the future, and that's what our coaches do here at Lubbock Christian.
Ava, how do you guys as an older group kind of shepherd the younger girls? Because they are pretty key parts to this team, but they're also, I've got a 16-year-old at home. A lot of the girls that I've spoken to know that I talk about my daughters all the time. So, and I know that there's a difference between being a freshman and sophomore and being a senior. You kind of have to have somebody there to kind of guide the way. What do you guys do with the younger players to kind of make sure they're well-grounded?
Well, I know that we've had great examples of senior leaders in the past that we've taken examples from and have followed their footsteps, and I feel like just having that before us has helped us learn about, okay, that's what we want to be like when we're seniors. So I think just the past seniors that have been so good at shepherding us has helped us have good examples of how to lead the younger classmen. And I think something that we do is just focus on the culture that our coaches have provided for us by just having another person who's not just a coach say it to you, I think helps a lot. So just pretty much just teaching what the coaches have already been teaching us.
Follow up on that, Ellie, because I'm going to pull the curtain back here a little bit. Coach Carson Robinson, who I've known for a long time, I've heard him mention how you're kind of a motivational leader for this group, that a lot of girls kind of listen to what you have to say. So what do you, especially the two Blacklock sisters, I mean, I've mentioned them a couple of times, but they are pretty big keys. And I've gotten to know older sister a little bit through other sports, volleyball in particular. She's very shy, she kind of keeps to herself, but then she gets between the lines and she's a very different personality. With younger girls, what do you do to kind of make sure that they understand how key they are and how much you guys are leaning on them?
Yeah, one thing that I try to do is to be a friend. Like I do teach, I try to teach, but it's also like, I try to make things fun. You know, I think we all do that. We also lead by example is a big thing. You know, like if we want something to get done, then we're gonna do it first. And then hopefully that will lead the other girls to say, okay, maybe I'm gonna do it first next time, you know? I think that's a big thing. It's also, yeah, it's just fun to make friendships that are close that I'll keep after high school with the underclassmen. That's a big thing that I've wanted to do as a senior. So.
Okay, last thing for all three of you, and we'll start with Ellie since she's got her voice going here. 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. What's going to make you happy if you guys, whatever happens, what's going to be a successful night for you down in Abilene tonight?
I think, win or lose, I think one thing that I'll cherish is like the friendships, especially with the underclassmen, because like we're going to college and we're all staying in Lubbock, so like I'm still going to be with them, but the underclassmen, I know that I'm still going to be friends with them after high school, and so win or lose, like that's something that I'll hold in my heart.
Ava?
I agree, win or lose, it comes down to the relationships you've made. I would have never traded anyone for our team to go past. It's like, this team is so special to me, so at the end of the day, it's just like the relationships you build, and I think it's just so important of how we play together is the big thing. So I just want if this happens to be our last game, as long as we're playing together, I think that's what's most important.
All right, Addie, you get the last of that.
I would say you don't realize what you have until you don't have it, and so I just think that we need to, like they said, win or lose. I just want us to play to our best of our abilities, and and we have a huge catchphrase here at Lubbock Christian, like max out. And as long as we max out and do the best that we can, then that's all that's really gonna matter. And we'll be okay with that, obviously. But yeah, I just think that's win or lose, not a big deal. It's okay. It'll be fine.